We not racist out here.
You're saying, wait, are you claiming I am not a racist?
Listen.
No, don't dodge the question. Don't dodge the question. Are you alleging that I am not racist? Okay, Lion. You wanted to talk to me about Poland.
Yeah, so I feel like this whole thing just seems to be like WWE style shit. Like every day it's like live from Poland headquarters. We're hunting down the Russians. We're live from the headquarters, and it's you sweating in your hotel room. I don't know how exactly this is helping people. So just fill me in on what your position is.
What my position is, or what do you want me to like?
What do you think you're accomplishing? That's what I'm asking.
Well, when I release the interviews, I'm going to be showing my audience like interviews with refugees so they can get a better experience about what displaced people like suffer through.
So you're gonna shove a mic in someone's face whose family just died in a war because it's people get to see it?
That's like really weird framing you're doing, right?
How is that weird framing? You're not doing that?
What I'm doing is I'm asking people in advance, hello, would you like to do a sit-down interview to talk about your experience as a displaced person? If they say yes, I'll be like, okay, let's sit down and talk. If they say no, then I'm like, okay, have a wonderful day. But you're making it sound like you're making it sound like I'm walking up to refugees, like harassing them, like tell me about your dead kids or something.
Well, I mean, news channels like after hurricanes, they'll go into the Walmart, FEMA camp stuff, and they'll be like, hey, how are you doing? After they just lost everything. And it's like, I feel like you're perpetuating that in a way too.
How?
Just because someone consents to that doesn't mean that you're not perpetuating that, because you're using them for views. You're trying to get views. Yes or no? You're a streamer. What do you mean? You're not trying to get views?
So
Dylan, are you gonna lie about that? Come on, bro.
I don't know if you're familiar with refugee coverage, but it's not exactly hard-hitting coverage. It's not the type of shit that people fill in movie theaters to look at. If you look up refugee interview on YouTube, it's not going to be the stuff that gets you views. The stuff that gets you views is pictures of dead bodies and like war zones and combat footage and stuff like that. Interviews with Zelensky. Historically, refugees are probably one of the aspects of war that are the least covered.
Yeah, but you're spending hundreds of dollars on this, travel fees and other stuff.
A lot more than hundreds, but yeah.
Right, a lot more than hundreds. So you're spending a lot of money. You're not doing this to lose money. You're trying
I am going to lose money.
Nobody does something just to lose money. You're gaining something, and what I think you're gaining is not necessarily views. That's definitely part of it. But what I think you're really gaining is social credit.
Do you always assume like secret intentions behind everything?
No, not usually. But with you, yes.
With me, why am I special?
I don't know if you want to get into all the drama surrounding you.
I don't think any of that is relevant.
Well, no, I wouldn't trust you because you lied about being gay, for instance. You made up fake sexual harassment against crime.
I lied about being gay. Really? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so you said, so I have my LGBT flag in my room, I'm gay, and then you started to say you slowly had to ease into it. Now I'm queer, and then it came out, you have a relationship with Katarina, what's going on here? Oh, nothing to see her, guys, she's just in my living room, nothing to see. And then we find out, oh shit, he's actually a queer, he's not actually gay, he's like, I'm bisexual, and it's like, that's a different thing, but you wanted to be gay because there's that social acceptance of being gay, you wanted that.
You don't watch my stream often, do you?
No, all right, don't do that, bro. Just answer my question.
Well, I've talked about, and there's videos of this. Right. My correct definition, which I've talked about from the start, is a bisexual homo-romantic. But you want to know what that sounds like? That sounds like Twitter nonsense, doesn't it? What does that even mean? Right. Most people don't know what that means. It sounds cringe. Exactly is why I don't say it. So what that specifically means is that I am much more romantically interested in men than women. I'm sexually interested in both, but much more romantically interested in men. So to simplify it, because I didn't want to have those long ass complicated conversations, because honestly, I don't care if people know the specifics of it. Sure, I'm gay because it was the easiest thing to say. Now there is documented videos of me publishing way in advance before any of the Colorado stuff of me saying this, talking to Destiny, like 30,000, 40,000 view videos where I talked about that. So I was always upfront that I'm still.
No, that's not true. That's not what you said.
I can send you the link.
No. You said, I started to say queer more. I said gay a lot less. You were easing into it.
Well, okay, so
why were you easing into
number
it?
one, can you just accept the fact that I was open about the fact that I was still sexually attracted to women?
No, you were not open about that at all.
Can I, if I play a video, if I play a video of this right now on stream, will you take it back?
And then I can upload clips. I can upload a clip of anything.
So you're just denying it then. Like I'm just telling, it's already out there.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying I don't care. I'm saying that you already are on video recording saying, "Oh, I was just trying to ease into it. I was trying to say that I'm queer more," and then you came up with this whole shit of, "Oh, I actually like women now." You were lying to your audience, bruh. And then
I was lying. Why are you panting?
And then listen, Katarana's like behind.
Why are you panting?
Like,
dude? You can calm down. You don't need to speed this.
No, I'm chilling, bro. Listen, Dylan. Don't get nervous. I know you don't like talking about this. You being gay and not being gay.
I literally am pursuing the conversation right now. I'm interested in it.
I don't know why we're having this conversation. I thought we were talking about refugees, but no, I wouldn't trust you because you lied about being gay, for instance.
You're trying to use my sexuality to discredit me interviewing refugees. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, you asked me why I didn't trust you. That's why. Well, I'm not saying that the refugee thing has anything to do with it.
But that's not a good reason to not trust me because what you're saying isn't true.
It's definitely a good reason. The fact what it shows is
also,
that you're
let's
willing.
also say
No. Let me get this point out.
You've been
monologuing.
You're monologuing.
Let me
what
get
do you
point
mean?
out. Here's the thing. You were like, if you're showing that you're willing to portray yourself in a different way in order to get social clout, and that's what you're doing in Poland. Dylan, I'm gonna ask you the same question again because you keep pivoting from this question.
You are very aggressive.
What are you doing in Poland? What are you doing in Poland? Go ahead.
So you just want to? Okay, just be clear. Are you just gonna give up all the gay stuff? Because I'm not gonna move away from it unless you're just gonna give it up.
Either. You lied about being gay. Go ahead.
I didn't lie about it.
Dylan, pull up the clips.
I can pull up. No, you specifically said I don't care. Anybody can pull up clips.
Stop acting like Demon Mama. Stop acting like Demon Mama for a second.
What?
Yeah, a mini Demon Mama. Just pull up the clips.
Okay, I can pull up the clips. I can pull up hour-long videos where I talk about it in detail.
You're like Demon Mama's. You're like Demon Mama's lost son.
Why are you panting into the microphone? You can calm down, man.
Dude, my mic is on like 100. Listen, I'm going to breathe louder just because you said that. Dylan, I'm going to breathe louder now.
I think about your breathing very often. Let's see.
I'm going to breathe louder now because you said that.
Dylan,
continue.
Here is a 43-minute video where I talk about in detail about my sexuality and me trying to process.
The date on that?
The date on it is March 21st, 2021. Months before.
Pretty late, bro.
What do you mean pretty late?
Well, listen, in the Katarana stream, you said that you were
March 24th, 2021.
No, listen,
that's way before the Katarana stuff.
No, forget about that though, because in the Katarana stream, you said, "Oh, I was trying to use queer more and use gay less." But that's not being upfront. That's you easing into it.
Yeah, I'm easing into it because I knew that people were going.
Why are you easing into it?
I was easing into it because I knew that I was dating a woman, right? So people were going to hear me just saying, yeah, sure, I'm gay, to easily explain the bisexual, homo romantic stuff. And people were just going to think gay, but woman, right? Because I didn't want to explain it in detail. Well, I was upfront with it. I was upfront with it in this video. I talked about it in detail.
You just said you didn't talk about it in detail.
Well, I didn't want to because I didn't want to express any of that public, and I wasn't even dating Katarana at the time.
Dylan, that's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
You should have been upfront since the beginning, bro.
So what should I have said? What is the thing I should have said?
You should have said, I'm gonna keep it 100. I like men, but I like women too. And then
I did it right here.
You just said, oh, I was easing into it. I was
right here. I talked about it. Yeah, I was talking about, because the reason I was easing into using the word queer more is because when I use the word gay, but then I would say bisexual, homo romantic, nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about anyway. So I just wanted to use the word queer because nobody understands these terms, and the terms are too specific or uber online. Dude, slow down. Let me finish.
Dylan, you just keep repeating it. We're looping. Dylan, we're looping here. You don't use college-educated queer language. You can just say, I like men and women, and then that's the end to it. Why couldn't you just say that?
Because the homo-romantic part is, I think, a big part of my sexuality, actually. But I don't want to
say that then.
Because
just say it.
So you didn't know what that word meant. And if I go into any room of America and I say, hey, everybody, I'm a bisexual, homo-romantic, and be, what the fuck does that even mean? And I don't want to get into details on that. I don't want to.
Well, if you don't want to get into details, then you should probably just not call yourself queer or gay either.
Well, no, I want a simple bi-all term, just like, hey, what are you? Oh, yeah, I'm queer, whatever. I just want, because I don't want to like have to go into like a rant every single time I describe my sexuality.
You don't have to do a rant.
Not to mention, there's no okay, I don't want to have to fucking bust out. Dylan. Yeah, because I wanted to ease away from calling myself gay because I didn't want to have to go into a thesaurus every single time I described myself. And calling myself queer, people are just like, whatever. People just move on. when you say queer. Not to
Dylan,
mention,
stop it.
I'm 21. Let's say that I thought I was gay and then I actually was bisexual. Is it really that crazy for a 21-year-old person to still be figuring out their sexuality? That's not a crazy thing, is it really?
There's no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Figure it out. You should just be honest about it instead of saying.
I was honest about it.
No, but my problem is that you were trying to get the social, validation.
Tell me
of being
about
gay
the
as
social
opposed to being
validation that I was getting through being gay, or the benefits that I got.
Because, as you know, bisexual people are not treated the same as gay people are.
Okay.
Right? Bisexual people are often in many.
They got it easier. Yeah.
Right. Bisexual people are often seen as like, hey, why are you even in any straight relationships? You're not a real gay person. You've heard these comments before, right?
Yeah, but who gives a fuck?
Why are you easing into it though? Why?
Because it's easier to say I'm queer than it is to say I'm gay. No, you're not you're asking me a question.
Does anyone believe this shit?
You're asking me a question. Can I answer the question, or do you not want me to answer the question?
Don't demon mama me. Don't demon mama me. Go ahead.
So it's easier to say I'm queer than I'm gay. Because if I say I'm gay, then I gotta give 50 to fucking addendums and explain what a bisexual homo romantic is if I end up being with a woman or doing anything with a woman, because then people are gonna be like, wait, Dylan, I thought you were gay, like you're doing right now. But
no,
when it comes, yes, you're doing it right now. But when it comes to but if I say I'm queer and then I end up with a woman, nobody's really gonna ask questions because queer is a very broad labeled term.
Yeah, but you knew that you were gonna get backlash if you started hanging around with a woman and people are like,
I'm gonna get backlash if I'm hanging around with a woman.
Dylan,
the thing is, if I wanted to, no, you gotta let me finish.
Bro, you just keep monologuing.
And I'm gonna monologue all day because this is fucking stupid.
Nah, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the hell up. You're my son.
You're not.
Listen to my argument, bro. So here's the point.
Wait, I'm your son? What?
You're my son. I created you since the beginning.
What?
I said I'm gonna let my cubs go out and be interventionists.
Is this like a daddy thing? What is this?
So let's continue with this.
You're having a blast, aren't you?
I am having a blast. This is fun. Why can't you just be like, listen, bro, I like women, but I like men more romantically, whatever, and be like, okay, and then that would be an end to it.
Because I don't want to have to do that every day. Because you know how people on the internet are about sexuality. Definitely, if you're in political communities, people fucking are really uber about that shit. They want to know all the details. That's my point, and so,
Dylan.
Well, okay, then let me finish helping.
You're scared of the crazy Twitter lefties. This is such a cop-out, bro. If I was a bisexual, pansexual, hermaphrodite, bro, I would come up, I would puff my chest out and be like, that's who I am. I'm going to repeat 100 words of queer theory, and I'm going to
I don't want to.
So, Dylan, why wouldn't you?
Because it's boring and stupid. Like, it's just simple to just be like, yeah, I'm queer. And just because I want to engage in casual conversation.
You don't care. I thought you don't care, though. Now you care.
Well,
Dylan, which one is it? You keep flip-flopping, bro.
You're really really being aggressive about this.
You just said you didn't care. You just said you didn't care.
I don't care what Twitter lefties think, but I do care about the amount of effort I need to go into describing my sexuality in detail.
Dylan, you can say I'm bisexual. How difficult is that? I just said it. I just said in front of all of you.
Calling myself queer makes it easier when it comes to like the homo romantic part. Like I don't have to get into detail.
But when you say queer, some people are just gonna be like, "Oh, he's gay." No one.
Okay,
he's gay.
That's them then. Who cares?
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it on purpose. Oh my god,
Dylan, you said you were easing into it.
I said I was easing into using the word queer because it was a better descriptor. Yes.
No, that's not why you were easing into it.
That is why I was a script. Yes, I was easing into saying it more often because if you describe yourself.
No, because you wanted to, placate to the far left.
I don't care what the far left says. I don't care what the far left says. I don't care.
No, you do, because you live on Twitter, bro.
I live on Twitter.
But I'm not here to talk about that. I just wanted to get back to this refugee stuff. I don't know how we got back to this gay stuff. You said you were easing into it, and that's just the end of the story. Just be honest about the fact that you weren't upfront with it.
I was upfront. I was upfront. I was always upfront. I was upfront in this video months in advance. Why do you think I planted this video months in advance under the idea of like maybe one day being able to like sow the seeds for like queer dominance or something? Like what was going on here?
You're adding all this extra conspiracy stuff to it.
Well, yeah, because you're making it sound like a conspiracy.
So can we go back to the refugees and just admit you were easing into it?
No, I'm not gonna admit to like whatever the fuck you're saying because
let's just Dylan, for sake of argument, let's just say you were wrong about that. Now, what exactly were you doing in Poland? I just don't get it. So you're saying you're recording refugees. What is that accomplishing?
I'm interviewing refugees.
Right. What is that? How does that help them?
Help the refugees?
Right.
Well, I think the main goal is to help increase the education around refugees and the struggles they face in my community, which then by downstream can affect legislation and hopefully like help people learn more about refugees, which then helps them down the road.
So you're gonna pass a bill based off of Dylan Burns.
I didn't say I was going to pass a bill. I just think a general awareness is like raising general awareness levels.
You just said legislation is gonna get passed because someone's gonna watch a Dylan Burns.
I never said that. I said.
You want to pull back the VOD? Pull it back. You just said.
I think we were both here.
Everything's gonna go downstream, and then everything's gonna like Indiana Jones. The boulder is gonna come down, and then
we were both.
We're gonna save the refugees. Dylan, this is bullshit. Come on. Just tell the truth, man.
You got me.
Just tell the truth. Why do you just keep like going and saying, "Oh, I want to help the people," but you're not helping them if you're just interviewing them? Like, why don't you go?
Wait, to be clear, I'm not. I never advertised the idea that I was like giving refugees like shelter or like giving them money.
Going over there then?
Because I want to interview them. Because I want to raise awareness about refugees
during a crisis.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So if there's a crisis, if I go to Haiti, right? It's a crisis in Haiti. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, so how is it living in a shitty mud hut? I'm gonna be like, here's some food, here's some water, we're gonna get you help. Like, what the fuck are you doing over there, bro? Go help people. Get off your ass. Stop streaming every day. You've been streaming for hours a day.
I'm gonna stream more.
Stop sweating in your hotel.
I'm gonna double my amount of streaming.
Listen, Dylan, stop sweating in your hotel.
I'm gonna double the amount of refugees I'm gonna interview
Dylan,
now.
I can see the sweat on your forehead. You've been loafing back, using all that streaming money while people are dying and starving outside. So
that's crazy.
Dylan, I think
I actually, if I look on my 1 second,
Dylan,
I can see. Let me open my window quick.
Dylan, you're not a lost cause.
I'm opening the window. They're actually tiles.
Open the window, Dylan. Yes.
And all of them could have been saved.
Dylan, I want you to crawl out of that window right now.
Because I'm evil.
Dylan, crawl out of the window.
They're all right there, actually.
Dylan, please crawl out of the window and go help people. Can you do that?
No.
Listen, Dylan. Listen, I don't think you're a lost cause. Let me explain why. Do something to help people instead of farming views and social validation of them.
No.
Think that's a good idea?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm evil.
Dylan, come on, let's drop the passive aggressiveness. Let's just talk about why you're actually in Poland, because
you've been passive aggressive the entirety of this conversation.
Dylan, I'm directly aggressive. I'm not passive aggressive. So Dylan, I'm just asking you, what exactly are you going to do in Poland to help people?
I'm going to interview people. I didn't say I was going to help anyone directly here.
Dylan, come on. When you're tweeting saying I'm going to Poland to talk to people, people are gonna.
So I was upfront the whole time about exactly what I was doing. That I'm just going to interview people.
Yeah, but Dylan, when you're going over to Poland during a crisis, especially with all these people coming in, people are gonna expect you to do some shit for people, not just stick a mic in their face.
Too bad.
So it's like when you're doing that just to get social credit on.
You're saying Twitter, it's to get social credit. How do you know it's like to get social credit and it isn't because I want to raise awareness about it?
You could be raising awareness, but that's not enough. When you're there.
That's not enough? What are you doing?
I'm not doing nothing.
Okay, so then I don't give a fuck.
I'm not making a stream saying, "Oh, I'm flying over to Poland. I'm here to save the people."
I'm not a savior.
Dylan, listen to me. I'm sweating in my room right now. It's like 80 degrees outside. I'm not shooting at Russians. I'm not doing anything to help Ukraine. But I'm not flying over to Poland.
You suggested that I joined Ukrainian military, by the way.
You should do that. Dylan, how far is it, Lviv?
I will die. I will be shot and killed. I know nothing about the military.
Dylan, tell me the distance between Lviv and where you're at right now.
Probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
All right. So what I want you to do is take a walk over there, be like, listen, I'm so pro NATO, and I'm going to help fight. How about that? Listen, you're gonna get over there and you're going to fight.
Nope.
How's that, Dylan?
I'm not.
No, because I feel like, listen, you can still redeem yourself.
I don't care.
Now, we don't want you to die in combat, so maybe you can be like a medic, like when people are dying.
Medics still die.
Or maybe we could send you to the battlefield so you can interview the people getting blown up. How's that?
18 journalists have died in combat.
Dylan, while people are getting shot at, we can have you interview the people getting shot. And
I'm not going to die.
How did it feel to get shot? How did that feel?
I think I'm good.
I don't really think you're a serious actor here, though.
Okay.
Like, I feel like when you go over to Poland and you made a whole scene about, I'm going over to Poland and I'm tweeting it out and nonstop streams. Like, it's like you're sitting in the headquarters of Warsaw, like, we're planning this all out.
Hey, Lublin.
And then I'm pulling up Dylan's stream. I'm like, wow, Dylan's really actually doing something. The left never does shit. I'm like, finally, someone's doing something. And then I'm on your stream and you're like, wow, look at this infrared clip.
Well, the thing is, I stream from midnight. I stream from midnight to 6.
What are you doing, bro? Please.
Are you asking a question or are you just going off?
Just do something.
I am doing things. I'm not streaming what I'm doing. I'm not streaming what I'm doing.
List 3 things you're doing. Dylan, list 3 things.
Interviewing locals in Poland, interviewing refugees, and preparing to go into Ukraine.
Dude, what? You just said, first of all, I like how you snuck in interviewing twice. That was
because there's 2 separate groups I'm interviewing. That you need to ask 2 separate things of questions. Yes, the reason I'm here is to interview people. I'm not a charity case. I've never pretended to be a charity case, right? I'm here for multiple reasons, right?
Dylan, we know your chips are all in.
Oh my God. Dude, please shut up.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait, Dylan.
Are you done, or do you want to actually talk?
Dylan, you said there was a 3rd reason, right? You said you're going into Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm going into Ukraine.
Yes. Dylan, now we're talking. So we're not just talking about interviewing people, right? You're going to be doing other stuff.
I'm going to interview people in Ukraine. I'm just here to interview people. I'm reporting, so to speak, as some people would call it.
Wait, so you are a journalist then?
I don't like to call myself a journalist, but that's what people want to call me.
Wait, are you going to go into where though? Just Lviv, or are you
Lviv and possibly Kiev.
Really? You're going to go to Kiev?
Possibly.
What does possibly mean?
It depends on safety. I mean, Kiev is a location that the Russians have targeted. I don't want to blow up.
Dylan, come on, bro. You flew all the way to Poland.
Yeah, I'm not gonna die. As funny as it would be for you to watch my dead corpse on CNN, I don't want to be the dead corpse on CNN.
Dylan, we have to deal with Jackson Hinkle and infrared. We can't lose you in battle. But I'm telling you that we need you to do some other stuff besides interviewing, bro. Just hand out some bread. Please.
Hand out some bread.
You're making the left look so bad, bro.
Hand out some bread.
Listen, literally hand out bread. Go to the store, buy bread, hand it out. You don't have to stream it. Listen, you can just have a mic on and just eat the bread and give it to people.
Wait, am I supposed to eat the bread or am I supposed to give it to people?
No, you have to prove you have the bread, so you have to eat it. Anyways. What else do you want to talk about, Dylan?
I don't know. I mean, you thought I should join the Ukrainian armed forces?
Well, I was mostly memeing about that.
Okay.
I just feel like you should do more. And
you said that I'm doing this for social credit, at first you said I'm doing it for views, right? So
that's one of the reasons.
Well, how do I what's the market for refugee interviews?
No, I don't think there's a market for refugee interviews. But that's not what your title says. It says you're live in Poland.
Yeah, and I'm getting about the same views I got at home. Yeah, I'm live from Poland. Dylan, I traveled here. I think I earned putting it into my title.
Dylan, if I have a thing saying I'm live from Poland, I'm expecting a bunch of refugees to be charging it, running around.
What do you mean?
This is crazy. People are throwing stuff. It's gonna be nuts.
What do you think? What do you think Poland is?
And Dylan, and instead of that,
Poland's a country of there's normal things in Poland.
I'm talking about the refugee stations. And listen, instead of that, we watch you sweating in a hotel room talking about infrared.
Hey,
Bob,
Airbnb.
Well, you said you're going into Ukraine, right?
Well, that might. I mean, while I'm in Ukraine. If I say I'm
live from Ukraine.
Oh yeah, that'll probably get some spike in views.
Oh,
but
interesting.
The whole reason people want to get views is to make money, right? The whole point, views translates into money.
Dylan, that's really interesting, isn't it?
Well, I'm asking you. The whole reason people get views to get money. That's the game, right? I'm not making. I can't make a profit on this.
I don't think you're gonna make a profit on it.
There's no way I'm gonna make a profit on it.
Dylan, I haven't brought up money once. You brought that up, not me. I brought up the fact that you want to have social validation.
Social validation.
Hey, look, the whole left is doing nothing, sweating in their basements, doing nothing, talking about how Biden's doing a great job, worthless. And then finally, Dylan stepped up to the plate. He's going to go to Poland. He's going to go to Ukraine. He's going to, stir some shit up. He's going to, represent American people. And then instead, you're sitting in a hotel room watching Bosch clips.
I'm doing it, again, that's what I'm doing at nighttime. During daytime, I go out and I interview people. and I talk to locals and ask them.
You didn't think we were gonna notice that? You didn't think people were gonna notice that your streams haven't changed? That
Well, of course my streams. Well, my stream quality has increased significantly, but yeah, my streams are going to stay the same. I said that to everyone. I said that in advance. I said my streams were going to stay the same, but during the day I'm going to be doing interviews because I'm working on a big project.
Yeah, but what's the point of doing all these interviews if you're not actually going to go over there and be like, after the interview, you're not going to do anything for them? You can be like, oh, thank you for all the social validation.
I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't help people?
I can't no, the thing is, if let's say I say, hey, if you take this interview, I'm going to give you money, right? The problem with doing stuff like that is that it's called checkbook journalism.
No, give them the money after. Just be like, hey, thank you for your time.
No, that's checkbook journalism. What that'll do is incentivize people to come to you and tell you wild ass stories that aren't true in order to get a buck. That's against journalistic ethics.
You're not serious. You think there's Ukrainian refugees watching Dylan Burns streams, preparing to make up stories?
No, I think that if it gets around that I'm giving people money for interviews and you're a refugee who's desperate, then you'll do what's necessary in order to make money.
What's wrong with them making a fake story to get money?
Because then I'm spreading disinformation.
They just lost their whole family. And
then I'm spreading disinformation.
How are you spreading disinformation?
Because I'm platforming disinformation that people are giving me in order to make a quick buck.
I know it's disinformation, Dylan. Are you going to be in Ukraine watching the events?
No, but I don't think I should spread stories that are lies. It'll be highly more likely that there'll be more lies in my reporting.
So we're pivoting.
It is more. I'm not pivoting. It is more likely that my stories are going to be lies if I pay people to give me wild stories about being a refugee.
Me and you both know that there's tons of refugees all over Poland, especially in the eastern portions.
I'm in Lublin. There are refugees here, most certainly. But there's probably less refugees than there has been since the start of the crisis. A lot of them have gone back.
Yeah, you're gonna lose all that social validation. Gotta go to Warsaw, bro, right?
Well, no. Well, why is it social validation, by the way? Why is it that I'm doing it for social validation and not because I want to cover the issue because I care about it?
I think you care about it, and I think you want to cover the issue, but you should be upfront about the fact that you also want people to look at and be like, oh shit, Dylan's over in Poland, he's interviewing refugees, he's doing the right thing. You don't think that's a fact? I
don't think I really care what other people think about my trip.
You're not being honest, bro. Come on.
I am being honest. I don't really.
Come on, bro.
I don't care if people think I'm a good or bad person because I interviewed a refugee. That's why when you ask me, Dylan, are you doing good work? No, I'm not giving them bread. I'm not giving them money. I'm not going around here cleaning the boots of local refugees, the shoes, wiping the dirt off their cheek. I'm here to interview.
Dylan, you should be.
If I wanted social validation, wouldn't I be telling you right now, yes, I'm doing all those things. Yes, I'm helping the refugees. Yes, I'm giving them nice warm beds at night. No, I'm here to do reporting because I think that's a vital thing to do. I think it's important.
You're not reporting. You're just interviewing people.
That is what is reporting?
You should be reporting on a story. It's not a story to.
It's not. A refugee crisis is not a story.
You're not reporting on it as saying this is a refugee crisis. You're interviewing random people talking about how was your experience.
I'm interviewing refugees. They're not just. I'm not just choosing random people at random. I'm interviewing them because of their experience around refugees.
Dylan, how do you even know they're refugees?
How do I know they're refugees?
Yeah.
Do you think there's people impersonating refugees in Poland?
I'm asking.
Because I usually I can contact a refugee center and they can be like, "Hello, this is a refugee who fled here."
Every time you want to do an interview, you contact the center to talk to.
Not all of them. Some of them I've met myself, but I'm pretty confident they're refugees. If they give me very authentic stories, if they speak fluent Ukrainian, I have translators.
Dylan, me and you both know that we're both spoiled American brats, and we don't speak other languages like Polish.
Yeah, but we have I have translators with me.
Right, so how would you know that this person...
Because the translator could probably look to me and say, this guy's faking it. If he was just going, ba-ba-boo, 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 that's Ukrainian, right?
A Polish person can't understand... you think some Poles don't know Ukrainian?
You think that there are there's Polish citizens putting on a Ukrainian accent, faking their Ukrainian backstories in order to get... why are you asking me if I know they're real Ukrainian refugees or not?
Saying you just flew over to Poland to interview a bunch of people.
Okay.
And so what is the result of that? What is that gonna do?
Get me interviews on my channel. and then people on
Right,
my
you want-
channel will watch.
Yeah, on your
you didn't
channel,
let me finish.
right?
You didn't
Exactly,
let me. You didn't,
Dylan, on your channel, Dylan. Right.
okay.
Please continue. Go ahead. Finish your
And
statement.
then people will watch it, hopefully, and then they'll know more about.
See, now we're getting to the honesty. I like that, Dylan. I like the honesty. Please continue.
Then people will hopefully know more about refugees.
There we go. So now you're saying I want people to know more about refugees, but what you're really saying is I want people to know that I'm interviewing refugees. Why did you remove yourself from the equation there?
I didn't.
That was very sneaky.
Because
Dylan.
because I'm not the important part of the
Dylan,
story.
I just caught you there.
You didn't catch anything.
Be honest about that.
I'm not lying.
Why can't you just be upfront and be like, hey, I care about Ukraine a lot. I care about the refugees, but I also want to make some content, and I also want people to look at me as I'm moving over to Poland. I'm doing great things. You didn't spend thousands of dollars doing nothing, Dylan, and you're not doing charity.
I'm not doing charity. I'm not a charitable
Yes,
person.
Dylan.
Oh, I'm not an
Honesty.
extremely charitable person to the extent I'm going to drop $25,000 in charity. If I'm going to
There
drop
we
a
go.
ton of money, I'm
There
going to
it is.
want some return on investment so that I know
Right.
that I can support myself. But I would like to do work that is fulfilling to myself, and something that is
There it
fulfilling to myself is covering stories like this because I care a lot about it.
Dylan, I have to admit, your chat is definitely smarter than you. That I have to admit. Your chat is very intelligent. Look at this.
They are.
Finally, Dylan goes mask off.
Amazing. They got me.
Wow.
Do you have a lot of social awareness? Can you
sure.
read things like sarcasm very well?
Listen, we don't need to do grandstanding, Dylan.
Mhm.
Dylan, here's the thing. Why don't we talk about prom case for a second?
No,
Why don't we talk about that?
not important.
What happened there, Dylan? Well, we did talk about.
I had what you would call a heated gamer moment.
Right. What do you mean? Well, can you explain what you mean by heated gamer moment?
I did it because I'm an evil snake, and I'm probably
Dylan.
racist as well. I think there's a lot of racism involved.
Dylan, when you have the girl accusing somebody
Uh-huh.
in your living room,
Mm-hmm.
don't you think there's a conflict of interest there when you're trying to drop your fake accusation? Shouldn't you
I think
get her out
I
of
know
the-
it's. I think you're getting it wrong. I think it's mostly because I'm racist.
Come on, bro. Just be honest.
I am being honest. It's because I'm
Dylan,
racist.
Why would you do that?
It's because I'm racist.
No, Dylan, for real.
It's mostly because I'm racist.
Dylan, let's drop the.
You're
drop
missing.
the
You're
performativeness.
missing the truth. I'm racist.
Dylan, drop the performativeness. Come on.
It's my racism, and you're done. Why won't you acknowledge my racism? Are you racist too? Are we racist,
Dylan,
buddies?
Dylan, I trust you enough.
Are you and me both racist? Can we be racist together?
Dylan, I trust you enough to know you're not racist, bro.
Reach out to me and grab my hand in racism.
We not racist out here.
You're saying, wait, are you claiming I am not a racist?
Listen.
No, don't dodge the question. Don't dodge the question. Are you alleging that I am not racist? You want to know what I did today? I smoked a cigar today. And I did that when that cigar could have been given to a Ukrainian child.
I just tuned in for the last 5 minutes. What is this call? What the hell's going on?
He's saying that that I am dishonest, I'm a snake, and that I am engaging in immoral actions in Poland.
Yeah, I just feel
Who
like
asked? Who asked? Who asked?
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
You and I both know that Dylan is a snake to the core.
I'm just wondering, what is Snake?
When he's faking to be gay for social clout.
How do you know? How do you know he's faking to be gay?
He was like,
Maybe you were using too much
here's what
teeth.
Dylan said. Dylan said, I'm easing into it. I'm trying to make people know that I'm actually bisexual, guys. It's like, Dylan, we caught you, boy. We caught you. You're finished.
Caught you? What do you mean caught you? What does that mean?
Team, just tell the truth, man. It's wrong.
One
Now
sec.
you should be telling the truth. Don't lie to people.
Well, like we caught him? Like I don't understand what this what is this caught
Dylan.
action?
We caught Dylan because he's saying, "Oh, I'm flying over to Poland to help you. And I'm gonna film people who are crying."
What does that have to do with his gayness?
His gayness is more proof that he's validation, social validation, is what he cares about. 'Cause I know you want to pivot off of this, but we could talk about the refugees if you want. I just don't think you're doing the right thing.
I just
Get
want to know, who are you and why does it matter? Why does your
Listen,
critique matter?
I'm the
Can you, like,
lion of
explain it to
listen.
me?
I'm the lion of the savannah. Every time I see one of my cubs going astray,
What is Savannah? What, some sort of place in Georgia?
I'm in the savannah, bro.
Why would I care about what the Lion of Savannah thinks if I don't even know where Savannah is?
What the lion of the savannah says is what is.
Okay, that's I went to school for 10 years to become a physicist and to learn not to question things.
How do you go to school for 10 years? You mean 8 years?
Got you there,
Three is
Heem.
10 years.
You got you there.
Yo, can we get a degree of proof, or are you just like a Walmart degree?
Nah, it's legit, bruv.
That shit fake. Oh, listen, if I tap it, it's gonna fall out. Shit's cardboard.
Listen, wait. So my degree is fake. Dylan's sexuality is fake. What else is fake?
Everything's fake, bro. Everything Hinkle says is fake. Everything Infrared says is fake.
Well, but what is the point of this call, Dylan? This is the tier content you're producing now, Dylan?
Look, it is 6:20 a.m. in Poland. Okay,
Go to sleep.
Dylan, right now, he's proven that he's submitted to me by not sleeping.
Submitted.
That's a sign of submission.
You're just trying to get what? Like, you want to hang out with Dylan? What is? I just trying to wonder what is the goal here? Like, you just want to have a combo with Dylan?
Team. You just keep saying the same shit over and over. Please just mute your mic.
Dylan, what is this? Your new podcast, bro?
he's taking over the Burned Out podcast team.
Team, say something funny in 10 seconds, or I'm kicking you from the call.
You can't kick him in the call.
Tell me a joke, team. I want to hear a joke. Make me laugh. Entertain me.
What do I look like? Who are you? I miss Dylan. What is going on, bro?
You don't know this guy? He's famous.
No.
Dylan, is Dylan your father? Why do you keep saying Dylan as if he's your father? Like, Dylan, help me. Dylan, which one is it? You keep flip-flopping, bro. Dylan, how do you even know the refugees? Now we're getting to the honesty. I like that, Dylan. Dylan, you just keep repeating it. Looping.
Okay. Who's this other person in the waiting room? Let's bring them in. Hey, how's it going, Will?
Oh my God, I'm on this stream.
William, are you underwater right now?
I'm on AirPods walking. It's probably a bad time.
Yo, what AirPods you got? Alibaba AirPods, bro.
AirPod Pros. I don't know.
That's not real.
I watched them like one time.
Send that shit back.
He's actually right though. You should send those back.
Yeah, AliExpress, bro.
All I know is you're a racist and Islamophobic.
True.
So
Got
that's all I've learned.
See? Look at that. 2 versus 1.
You know what sucks about this segment is that he was like semi-serious enough for the first like half of it that I could have made a YouTube video out of it. But now he leaned so much into the memes that everyone knows he's just fucking around. So now I can't even like make a YouTube video out of it because no one's going to take it seriously.
Yeah, I haven't backed down from my point.
No, dude.
Can you make your thesis statement again? What is your point exactly? I'm curious.
Dylan, you're trying to exploit me for views like you do the refugees. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's
don't
the
use
goal.
me, Dylan. We both know that you don't want to fight for Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't want to fight for Ukraine because I'm not a soldier. I don't have any military
I don't want to
skill.
fight in a war.
Dylan, you beat it. You don't want to fight for Ukraine. What kind of sissy ass shit is that?
Listen, I might just be dumb enough and stupid enough to fight for Ukraine.
You are.
Well, then you should.
Maybe. We'll see.
Bro, I heard, Dylan, I heard a story. I was watching the news the other day and I heard a story of these Canadian kids who were like in their early 20s. They flew out to go to Poland and then go over into Ukraine. And like, I don't know, I guess they like are gun enthusiasts here in Canada. They went over to Ukraine and bro, they lasted 2 days. And they were and the news story was about how like they're deciding to come back because they realized it's way more serious than they originally thought it was going to be.
The warfare involved in Ukraine is a lot of places where like the Russians have the upper hand. The Russians have air superiority around Mariupol.
I disagree.
What was that?
I disagree. They have the upper hand, though.
Wait,
who asked?
Let me give my argument. Listen, team, I command everything I say.
We will like actually talk about politics for a second. Thank you for stopping that.
Let's not forget Russia's actually outnumbered.
I mean, technically, yes, but when you talk about
they
like
200,000 soldiers in, they have 900,000 reserves, not to mention volunteer forces and the 135,000 standing troops, and the civilians.
What about all their armor
too.
and planes and tanks? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's an advantage.
I would say aerial superiority is probably the big thing. I would also say that Russia has more access to armor. I would also say that the Russians have more long-range missiles and long-range capabilities. True. These are the things that I think are especially like coming as surprises to
Which is why the West should be funding and helping them more. But clearly, Joe Biden and his leadership is too frail to do so.
How much is America giving Ukraine?
We just literally yesterday we signed another $800 million deal.
So you don't know?
That's not enough. Dylan, that's not enough. Who would agree with me? Listen, I don't know if I'm going. Wait, Dylan, shut up for a second.
No, you gotta.
No, you shut up. No, you shut up for a second. No, you shut up. No, you shut up.
Putting on Sahara music for the Lion, guys.
Wait, can I ask you, Lion, what kind of military expertise do you have that you're weighing in so definitively on these issues?
By the way,
listen, I served bravely in the r/place conflict. So I'm very
good.
Wow.
Anyways,
I got a question. I got a question for the 5-star
Hey, Kevin.
here.
It's Kevin Gasly.
I love you, bro. Listen, I love your neocon takes. I love your neocon takes.
Bro, you know me. Wait, you know me. Okay.
I watched you debate Rob, bro. You're fucking legend.
You saw me debate the goober. Okay, there we go. We got to do round 3. We tied. because technically speaking, you have to be 13 to be on Twitch. Like, bro, are you 12? You sound 12. Like,
don't worry about that.
You're fit. You're
over 13.
fit. Like, you just say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm not revealing my age on stream, bro.
Bro, Kevin, shut the fuck up. He has experience on r/place, okay? Shut the fuck up, Kevin.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude.
What do you think about putting nukes in Taiwan? Be honest.
Well, I've made a video about that. I've said that in order to prevent a possible world war with China, the best thing that we can do is to station tactical and intermediate range nukes in Taiwan, because then it's literally impossible for China to invade it. So you would guarantee.
100%. I agree with that 100%.
Oh, okay. Well, that's base. I just got a question for you. How can somebody who like agrees and has a base take agreeing with that be so cringe talking about how Dylan spent $20,000 of his own money to go over to Ukraine?
Kevin, would you agree with me that just interviewing people is like very not enough?
Well, no, there's such a thing. No, dude. Okay, there's such a thing in society. This is the foundation of civilization. It's the specialization and division of labor. So not everybody can do everything. That's what we used to do with hunter-gatherers, where it was almost everybody did everything in the economy, and we had basically nothing. The foundation of civilization is not agriculture. It's specialization, division of labor. Dylan's doing journalistic work. He's not like a Navy SEAL or something. He proudly.
Wait, he's not. Dylan's not a Navy SEAL.
Well, no. Officially, he's not. We don't know. We don't know his status. Now he might be like CIA Black Ops or whatever, because Hazi's gone and Jackson Hinkle's gone, and I know the movers and shakers and stuff. There might be something
moving
there.
and shaking, baby.
Bro, you're nerding out. Kevin, stop nerding out, bro. Come on. You're a nerd.
If you talk for more than 15 seconds, you're monologuing.
Lay it out to me, okay? So you have an issue with him going to just interview people? It's not enough?
I feel like if you just go on streams and be like live from Poland, I feel like you should do more than just interviewing.
So when there was a lot of anti-COVID sentiment, so on and so forth, there was like anti-COVID protests and stuff. I went and did a couple of streams from COVID protests. Do you think that's like not enough? Like,
I don't think those are analogous at all.
Why? Like, I went and talked to people. I interviewed people about what they think about why COVID's
You're not going into a crisis, though. That's not a crisis zone.
I mean, no, for sure. I happened to have, it was in my hometown, but it was kind of a crisis because at the time it was like, you can't, like, it was lockdowns and so on and so forth. Let's say he comes, right? And don't you think that there's something to be said about like interviewing, giving exposure, hearing people's stories? Maybe a lot of these people I hear are separated from their family members, and a lot of these interviews are like specific cries for like, hey, my loved ones, if you were somewhere in Europe and you see this here, I'm alive, like, isn't there something to be said about the value of that besides like the money, giving the money or whatever?
And I think the value of that is exactly what he's exploiting.
What do you mean?
He thinks I'm virtue signaling.
What he wants is to start crying. That's exactly what he wants.
No, dude.
But he can get it on.
Wait, sorry.
Wait,
hang on.
Lion.
If he wants to get, wait 1 sec. If he wants to get people crying, he can just talk to you for a few more minutes.
Dude, okay, Lion of the Savannah. What kind of LARPy ass name is that? I got a question for you. Like, can you just admit that you're here because Haas got banned and you've got nothing else to do, and you're terminally online and you're not going to touch grass, so you had nothing better to do?
Kevin. When you shave your beard and get bitches, bro, you can talk to me.
Kevin, but you haven't even hit puberty yet.
Kevin, do you have a dog? Do you have a furry in your profile?
on my facial hair, dude.
Kevin,
so the thing is, like, I love how you're like, oh yeah, I'm a fan or whatever, and then you go right back to the Haas stuff. Bro. It's like, dude, you're not DGG. You're not a fan of my channel. You're just here. You're basically a shit disturber with a LARPing name, and you're gonna criticize what my profile picture. My profile picture is based. R3 made that. He is my graphic designer. He's an excellent dude. And
listen, stop monologuing. You're not Demon Mama. Stop monologuing first.
Yeah, Demon Mama.
Let me ask you a question.
Dude, you spend way too much time on Twitch. You spend way too much flipping time on Twitch, dude. You need to touch grass.
So, like, do you think when actual news stations go to and interview people, they're not really like giving money or fucking giving food or handing out food, do you think they're like scumbags, or what do you think?
I do think that's a little messed up to go up to people in a crisis.
Can you imagine, okay, like if you're in a crisis and there's a war going on outside your house, wouldn't you want to speak on it to anyone who's willing to listen?
Yeah, but I also think if a hurricane blows through your house right now and someone sticks a mic in your face, you'd feel a little uncomfortable and
Yo,
exploited.
did you know a kebab
No, but-
enthusiast in Turkey celebrated the 61st anniversary of the first human spaceflight by attempting to send a kebab to space?
Based.
Amazing.
It's very based. Sorry, I felt that was more important than anything we were discussing.
More Islamophobia from Dylan.
Was
Please
that,
continue.
was that Islamophobia for me to talk about kebabs?
Big time, big
Oh,
time,
wow,
Dylan.
Muslims eat kebabs, Dylan. Really? All Muslims eat kebabs? Is that what you're saying?
I don't believe I said that at any point.
Dylan,
Kebab pubita, bro, with a little bit of grilled tomato and rice, basmati rice on the side, Dylan.
You know, I just actually had my first real kebab 2 days ago. Because I thought kebab would just mean you put a thing on a stick, and that is not at all what that means.
That is quite literally what that is.
Not as how it was explained to me.
What did you have,
Who explained a kebab to you?
A geek did.
Mr. Geek?
That's a fitting name.
It's a fitting name. Geek, he like explained heads like a certain type of bread and the meats and the whatever. Lion, why don't you go on the recruitment show? Hey, Lion, if you get a webcam, you should go on the recruitment show.
Put me on any show. I'll debate anyone.
You have a webcam?
Yeah, I got a webcam.
So you'll show your face? I just don't do like no face. I can't do somebody if they don't have a face.
What do you mean I don't have a face?
Like
you got
it-
sawed off?
Like you got to show up with your
Then
identity.
you got to show up with like your face showing at least. Like
Yeah,
have a
that-
webcam. That's all.
I could pull up.
Okay, dope. Danabo, we'll just message.
Wait, but doesn't
Danabo.
that mean that doesn't that mean Lion would be grifting off of the suffering of others, or
Yeah,
whatever?
by the suffering of the people who have to listen to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch me crush
And
people in debates.
You like debates? I like debates.
I love debates.
I like debates.
What do you want to debate about?
Well, I don't know you, but you seem to know me a little bit. What would you want to debate me on?
I don't know. We probably agree on most stuff, so I don't really know.
Well, okay. Well, but we disagreed on the whole like
Danabo
journalism.
said I can't make him. No, I'm sorry, Danabo. This Sunday he's on. Okay, he's on this Sunday. He's
I
on
don't
this
really
Sunday.
care. Honestly, I don't really care about that, Kevin. I know you want to obsess over.
Wait, you don't care. Wait, but that's why you came on the show, though.
Kevin, I've been talking about it for
Was-
2 hours.
Wait, okay. So you don't want to debate about it anymore,
I
but
already won that
okay.
debate. Let's just to give it a rest.
Danabo said I quit
Like,
again. But-
Dylan, are you gonna give me a belt for winning this debate?
Um,
Where's my belt?
I think I'll
The
give you.
belt.
I'll give you a sticker.
I'm gonna pull up to the hippy dippy. I'm gonna be like, I'm taking the belt.
You gotta send me your address, okay?
Yeah, how did you get on Dylan's radar? I'm curious. What did
He
you
just
do
he was
to
just
get on
talking stuff
the
in my
show?
chat, and I was curious.
He was just talking about his Poland stuff, and I felt like it was a little cringe to have.
He
his
wanted to
title.
expose me for being for abusing refugees.
And now this fucking guy's been on the air for 2 hours?
Not 2 hours, maybe an hour.
God damn, good for you, man. How are you feeling about that line? Do you feel accomplished
Champion,
now that you
man.
got on there?
I'm gonna be
Huh?
standing upon the savannah.
Let me ask you a real question, all right? Be genuine
Yeah.
with me, okay? Don't fucking
Okay, then we gotta
lie,
wrap
all right?
this up because it's almost 7 a.m.
I'm
Are
genuine.
you gonna go back after this is done and listen back to the whole thing and be super giddy and shit?
Nah, bro. I just keep moving forward.
That was the most accurate shit I've ever heard in my life.
I wouldn't hold it against you. I would probably do it too. I'm not gonna front. Just be honest, you know, it's okay. You can let your hair down and shit.
I only move forward. I never look back.
You're gonna be
Trust me.
listening
So you're
to
telling-
what we're saying right now later, like 2 hours from now.
Dylan, are you thinking about what you're gonna watch later?
No, I'm gonna pass out once this is
Dylan,
over.
are you gonna try to cut me up and turn me into clips? Is that what's happening?
I might.
Well, no,
gonna
he's gonna
exploit me?
sleep, but
I
but
might
you're,
turn you
you're
into
probably
clips.
gonna watch the
Kevin.
stream.
I gotta
Kevin, go
the thing
sleep.
is I gotta
Kevin,
edit
go
this
sleep.
to make you seem as serious as possible. So when I post it on YouTube, people take it semi-seriously and be like, "What the hell is that argument?" Because you gave the troll away too easily.
Well, no, you were doing that. I was trying to engage with you.
You were
and
not trying to
just-
engage with
yeah.
shit. You
Dylan,
you were suggesting that I go get killed in Ukraine.
No, yeah. I didn't say you get killed. I was just memeing about you joining the Ukraine forces. That doesn't mean you're gonna die.
I would die. Yes,
How do you know that?
I would trip and
How the
fall,
fuck
and
do
I
you
would
know
hit my
that?
head on a rock.
Stop.
Listen, give me 2 months, right? I'm gonna be hitting the treadmill every day, doing push-ups, drinking water,
Who asked?
me-
Who
you
asked?
leave-
And then,
you
Who
leave
then
me
you're
in
going to
Ukraine,
Ukraine to
You're gonna
fight.
watch.
Then
You're gonna watch. If you watch me in Ukraine, bro, I'm gonna get a crazy
Bro,
KD.
who asked? Who
Dude,
asked?
gonna
this
have
is
a
so
crazy,
LARP. This is so LARP, though. You're not going to go over that,
LARP.
right? You're probably
Listen,
too
Dylan,
young to
if-
join
Dylan,
there.
Dylan, how about
Hang on,
next
hang on,
time we
one
do a
sec.
panel? I'm gonna be in Ukraine with the panel with my gun, and we're gonna be fighting.
Okay,
Creating
him,
content.
Kevin, and me, we're the streamers. Okay, let's be the council. We're voting him. Let's vote on whether Lion stays or goes. Okay, the end of stream. Does he stay or does he
Put on some
go?
put on some millionaire music.
Let's put on some millionaire
Okay.
music.
Let's
Put it all
let's make
on.
it suspenseful.
Okay, one
Yeah,
second.
let's make it suspenseful, like one at a time, so we get the audience suspense.
Kevin, what do you vote?
Okay. I vote he stays. I think he has potential. I think this could be the beginning of a lucrative social media career for him if he drops the cringe but keeps the energy.
Okay, him.
Listen, I think he had some really good banger lines on Kevin. He roasted the fuck out of him, talked shit about his beard, and as you know, a forefront beard on Twitch. I think it's good when anyone shit talks competitor beards. So I like that aspect about him. He had good energy. He definitely doesn't back down, but he was a little cringe
Very
on the
cringe.
whole like I'm too cool to go back and watch the convo, which obviously everyone knows he's gonna do.
True, 100%.
Or saying I'm the lion of the savannah. Like even the name is really cringe. Okay, let's
Best
just
name on earth.
That's
Look,
really
see, and he
fucking
can't
cringe.
keep
I'm
his
sorry.
mouth shut. He can't let memes naturally possess.
And that's what I was gonna say is his number one downfall is like maybe he just like came up too quick, you know? Like, bro, call into my show, okay?
True.
You're at my show. Too.
Start
You're not
at Kevin's show. Go to Kevin's show.
Yeah. Lion, between the three of us, we produced over 3,000 videos. My advice to you would just be to be quiet and maybe learn a couple things.
Damn true.
You know, instead of
Got it.
always trying to get in there to be like, no, it's the best, it's the best. It's like,
Kevin, you're the least successful person in the VC. Let's be honest.
Actually, Lion,
Least
he
successful person
he
in
is
the
more
VC.
successful than you,
Out
Lion.
of the
He is
three
more
streamers-
successful.
No, out of the
Dude.
three streamers here, you're the last person I want to hear advice from. Keep it on.
depends what metric you're using, because you gotta keep in mind I'm hawk pilled, I'm hawk gang. It's a lot harder to get big.
First of all, I'm a neocon, and here's the thing about that. Ultimately, I just think that I can succeed no matter what.
Okay.
Who
But
asked though? Who asked?
Team. The Cubs
Who asked about your level of
The
success?
Cubs
though?
asked.
Okay, wait. We're getting off track.
Dylan, one last thing.
Team,
Sorry.
you
So
got
I say he's gotta go. Yeet. But
Ooh.
like, that's my take.
Oh,
Bro, listen, I was trying to kind of get into the more of the nuances of like why you didn't like Dylan and stuff.
Well, no,
but
it's
you
because
couldn't-
he's memeing too hard. He can't like stay serious.
Here's the point, Heem.
No, the
You're
point
wrong
is,
about
it's-
everything.
I made my vote. Bro.
Heem, let's debate after this. Watch me debate
I'm
you
going to
after
sleep.
this.
I'm
True, I'm going to sleep
Call into
too.
my
I'm
stream.
tired.
You're gonna run.
My thing is, I feel like there were some good memes here. I feel like I could produce a few good YouTube videos out of him if he stays like a little bit like in this character. But the problem is he memes too hard. He drops the ball. He doesn't know when to stop talking, and that would probably be his worst character. Is that he doesn't know when to give
prove
somebody.
it again.
He doesn't get
Where's the
no.
evidence?
He does. He's doing it. Right. You're doing it right. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. Right. So the problem is you don't know when to not take center stage. You got on the show and you're excited. And that's why you're breathing so heavily at the mic at the start. You were like very, very excited, and so you wanted to be center stage. Where I was responding to your like your theories about my homosexual propaganda. You were just center stage. Anytime I tried to respond, you were jumping down my throat.
Dylan, I have no problem with that.
So it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
You did say he could do the recruitment.
He can do recruitment. Of course he can do recruitment. Danabo,
that's a nice offer.
that is a great offer. Definitely considering you're not a streamer. I don't do that for non-streamers. I'm giving you a special
For a
ticket.
troll.
Yeah, that's
for a
like the
troll.
worst.
You would be the first troll ever on the show.
First,
The first troll graduate.
hippy dippy history.
Yeah, you'd be one of you know how many alumni? How many Heem is an alumni of the Hippie Dippy Recruitment Show.
What's an
No,
alumni?
wait, I didn't do recruitment.
Dylan,
True,
why-
you're right. You're right. You were on
Dylan,
the
why are
show
you using
first.
these big words? Why are you using alumni? What's that?
Okay, Lion. You have a nice
No
day,
way.
okay?
Big word.
Alumni.
Big ass word.
You have a good one, okay? You have any last words? Okay.
Yo, listen, if you're gonna make a YouTube video out of this, make sure everyone check out twitch.tv/Heem, okay?
I'm gonna have Lanuski edit it to specifically just put twitch.tv/Hasanabi when you said that.